Grand Rising, everyone. This is Artists of Truth on this Friday morning. I'm on my way to work. I hope that you are going to have a very positive and proactive day. On that note, let me slide into the topic real quick. I wanted to discuss the most recent case that I came across about a St. Louis police officer, off-duty police officer, that rushed to an incident which occurred not too far from his residence. So he grabbed his badge and his service pistol to render aid. So when he arrived, he was given commands, to stand down, in which he followed those commands. In turn, another officer that was late to the scene after other officers had already questioned him, and he addressed himself. This officer, whose name has yet to be released, this officer discharged his weapon, shooting the black officer in his arm, which right now he is disabled. So it's a lot of cases. That's not even the first case in St. Louis or anywhere else in the country for that matter, where a police officer, a black police officer, was shot. Either he or she was shot, injured, or killed. And I'm saying this for, this video is really not only for, it's really not just for my people, but it's for these melanated police officers who are part of this union. Because let me say this much, from the information that I read, the police union is not even helping this this St. Louis police officer. He's not receiving any help whatsoever. They don't support him. In fact, they are ridiculing him because of him filing charges against another police officer for being shot because he was black. Any police officer, melanated, you must keep in mind that just because you are part of a union, don't think for one minute that they will not shoot you. Please, don't think for one moment that you can let your guard down to the extent that they will not shoot you. Because you have to be mindful, they have some of the most spiteful, demonic, demented Caucasian officers who are out here working as public safety officers. They are really not competent of performing their duties. A lot of them are either racist, mentally challenged, disturbed from whatever trauma, but the city felt that they were complacent, they were competent enough to become a police officer. Me personally, I feel a lot of these officers need mental evaluations, like extensive mental evaluations. Like, don't just take 16 weeks to put a pistol and a badge in someone's hand because you need the help. Some people are just mentally, they are mentally not all together. They are not right at all. So let's just cut the bullshit and get right to the point. Brothers, sisters, if you are working on if you are part of that union, you're working on you're part of a police force, be mindful. Before you became a cop, you were black. While you are a cop, you are still black. And even afterwards, you are still black. That doesn't change. This whole rhetoric about, oh, I see no color, that's bullshit. Don't let anyone shoot you no lie like that. And then you mistakenly are shot in the line of duty, or maybe even off duty. We've heard several cases already. Some cases, they really haven't even received media attention. But you've had some police officers that were shot and killed by friendly fire in the line of duty. You've actually heard some cases where officers were so goddamn reckless. I came across another article where an officer shot and killed another officer because they were playing Russian roulette, and the fool shot and killed another fellow officer. I'm like, what? Nonsense like that tells you that there's no such thing as, rehabilitating, reforming police officers. It's none of that. If you really want to send a clear, concise message and you want to see a change, some of these officers, you just need to bang them. You really and truly, you need to bang them. You need to hit them where it hurts. Take away their surety bonds and slap a felony on them. Then give them jail time. Give them prison time. Not jail time. Give them prison time. Because you are the message that is being conveyed right now to the public is that we don't give a fuck about what you say or what you think. And this is why the public don't really have much respect for police officers. When they come around, they don't respect them. Now, of course, you have some right-wing, individuals who feel like, well, it was justified, or tried to justify the means of the situation, and is fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel about it, because they're probably crushing up, snorting bath salts. They don't know right. They don't know the difference between right and wrong. They don't want to hold officers accountable to when, they get out here and they purposely, it's not a mistake when you purposely are doing something to harm or hurt someone else without trying to de-escalate the situation or trying to gain an understanding of what the hell is going on. But it's really too many situations that has transpired with police officers, and the city is not doing anything about it. Police chiefs are making up excuses for, oh well, they did this and they did that, and I was like, you're covering for them instead of holding them accountable. You are making excuses, and those excuses get old and they get tired quickly. Every white officer, and I will say it, every white officer that has shot and killed someone, their way of justifying the whole incident is, I fear for my life, which is the same exact thing this St. Louis police officer stated. You know, his attorney stated for him. He feared for his life. I was like, okay, you feared for your life, but you had multiple officers that were around this officer who was off duty with a badge and a service weapon in his hand. Then you come up late and then you shoot him. My thing is, he was shot, but I'm like, hell, why didn't anyone shoot him? That's something that I can't help but to ask. If a fellow officer is shot by another fellow officer, why isn't he shot? Why isn't he shot and disabled? That's what I would like to know. But in any case, protect yourselves. Be mindful of these cops around here. They are not who they claim to be. You just got some officers who are just trigger happy. Those officers that are real trigger happy, always quick to pulling out their firearm, those are the officers that need to be dealt with. Those are the officers that need not only mental evaluations, but they need to be removed from their respective positions. No desk job, no investigative job, no street jobs. No, they need to be totally and completely removed from that position. So on that note, I'm closing out. You all have a great day. If you have any comments, please leave your comments below. You know anyone that is a public service officer, share the video with them. You know, check the article out, and you know, like I said, leave your comments below, give it a thumbs up, let me know how you feel, and I will talk with you soon. All right.